Hi, I'm Jada, and this past summer of 2021, me and my boyfriend spent the summer in Puerto Rico, spending 30 of those days, especially on Vieques, Puerto Rico. We took a ton of videos, and some of them were very poorly edited by me, so I wanted to try editing again and do a whole look over the 40 days that we were there. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So most of this will be voiceover. So right now you'll see us take our PCR test 72 hours before our flight. This was our flight from Louisville to Atlanta. And this was our flight from Atlanta to San Juan. It was pretty open and we got the whole road to ourselves because of COVID. We had to wear a mask the whole time. They were very big on that. And once we got there, we started walking the streets. This is Fortaleza Street. Sometimes they have umbrellas. This day they had kites. They had pigeons all over the place, and this lady handed us food that we could feed them with, and we ended up taking a photo. We ended up eating a authentic Puerto Rican dish called mofongo and eating ice cream. For the rest of the day, we ended up going around and taking pictures and looking at the outside of the fort. And if you're wanting to know where any of these places are, you can just look in the corner. But this is also where they flew kites and on the outside of the fort. We ended that day with shots and went to bed. We woke up early, and my boyfriend's a big basketball fan, so we went to see the Carmelo Anthony court. We love seeing all the artwork all around town, and here's a little clip of some of it. This day we ended up going inside the fort, and this is just a little view of inside it. And if you look here, Isaiah is pointing towards an iguana that is on the wall, which they ended up being everywhere, and they are very scary and big. This is just another view from inside, and it just looks so pretty, like so beautiful. We ended up going inside a cathedral that was there, and this was the inside. It was very beautiful. And this is the Capitol building. And a few steps away from there was a tiny beach. It's very rocky, but we were able to get our feet wet and just enjoy some sun. This is the old Puerto Rican door. Has the flag on it. And after 3 days, we ended up leaving and going to Vieques. We hopped on a plane, and a plane ride is about $85 from San Juan to Vieques. You end up getting in a van, and they will drop you off wherever you need to go for about $15. So now it's probably time to tell you why we ended up going to Vieques for 30 days. So we ended up doing a work stay program with Lazy Jacks. There's me working. This is a little bit of inside of where we did check-ins. We ended up going around and making sure all the rooms were clean. This was the crew. We had an amazing time with them, and when we weren't working, we were all out and about on the island. Here's some more looks. This is about 5 steps away from the hostel, and there's a little swing, so you see a little bit of rocking. In the corner, you'll see the pier pop up, which we end up walking on. We were here every day jumping off. This is such a beautiful place to snorkel. People would snorkel to that island over there, and it was just a beautiful place to sit. There's us jumping off. And at night, us and the crew would jump into the water at night, which was very scary at first. And this is one of the places we would hop in at. One of the really cool things about this island is the horses. They are everywhere, and when I mean everywhere, everywhere. They're so beautiful and so sweet. This was one that ended up in the hostel, and we had to entice out with a mango. These are on the street, a little mama and baby. And it was actually mango season, so we would always try to find mangoes on the tree and give it to the babies. And here's one just rolling around in the sand. On our days off, we spent it hammocking on the beach. One of there was our favorite spots, and snorkeling and just swimming and having fun. If we weren't doing that, we were walking to Sun Bay, which was about a 10 to 15 minute walk, and we would just make videos, have fun, take naps, hammock, and do whatever. They also had this place that had really great fruit smoothies. One of the days we ended up getting a golf cart and driving all around the island. We got to see this really cool tree with spikes all over it. And in these next few clips, you'll just see a lot more of the island. We really just wanted to explore. If you've ever been to Vieques, it's about a 20-minute drive side to side. It's just a really fun island to explore. There's a lot to see there. Now going down through here, it looks a little rugged, but actually all around this place they had bunkers from the US Navy. Here's a little look at them. They used Vieques to test bombs and everything a while back, and they left all this little area. This is another place. It was a sugar mill. It was one of the main works back in the day. They ended up leaving as soon as the US Navy came in. But that was some of the ruins. We ended up getting caught in a rainstorm on the day that we had the golf cart. This is a place on top of almost all of Vieques. You could really overlook everything. And right here you could actually see the ferry come in, which we will be using later on in this video. And here is some more abandoned buildings. This was like a big auditorium place, and now it looked like it was used for paintball, and ended up some horses were there. We ended up going to Playa Negra, which is the black sand beach there. You end up going a little through the jungle, and you end up here. You can't really swim there, but it's still a beautiful place to watch the sunset. Another day we were able to get a little scooter, and this was about 5 in the morning. See the horses off in the distance, and we just wanted to roam about this day. We found some exercise equipment, and we thought might as well just stop and get some exercise in. You can see in the background of this is the main island of Puerto Rico, and that was one of the beaches that we found just driving around. One day, this was the ferry, and we ended up taking it to get my second vaccine shot on the main island. This is a very affordable way to get there, and it's very comfortable. It's about a 10 to 15 minute, well actually probably about 20 minutes actually, from Vieques to the main island, and it's about $3 each way. This is some of the nightlife. It was so much fun. Every night. This was a community center that everyone hung out on. We were always dancing in the street, having a good time. I can't tell you any night that was dull. But during this time, because we went during COVID, the policia came out about 9:50 because curfew was at 10. So we would always bring the party back to the hostel, and you can see the boys here having a workout in the rain. And here's some more nightlife with four-wheelers around the streets. We had birthday parties going on, and me and Isaiah would spend our nights together just dancing in the street or sitting out on the pier just talking about life. Now, my family came in and I didn't record a lot, but we spent the last 10 days in Ponce. This was one of the hotels there, which I thought was so cool. We ended up riding one of the longest zip lines in the world, El Monstoro. If I'm saying this wrong, please, I'm sorry. And this is one of the photos. It was such a cool ride, and I ended up not weighing enough to go all the way across it, so they ended up having to pull me. This is one of the places. It's called, I'm not even going to say it. It's going to be in the corner so you can see, because I don't even know how to say it, but this is such a fun spot that we were just jumping off of. The water was super cold, but you were able to swim up there, get inside there, jump off there. There were so many cool spots like this. We ended up going to a cave, which we walked in through that little light space, and we went all the way around and down, and this was the opening. It was, you were way high up in the air once we came out. We also visited this place, which had a lighthouse at the top. And this is one of our last places where you can see the pink water. It was beautiful. And that's all I have. I know I probably could have got a lot more videos, but honestly, we were just there enjoying it all. This was such an amazing place, and if you actually want to work there and do the same thing, I'll put that link down below. You can actually work at Lazy Jack's, which is a hostel and a restaurant, and you get one free meal a day, and you get to stay there for free while working there. It was an amazing deal to be able to see such a beautiful island. I'll actually be trying to move back to Puerto Rico, and this is the journey that I'm going on and why I made this channel. So if you want to follow along, hit subscribe, and all other things will be down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching.